Hey everyone, this is John Chow from johnchow.com and welcome to another screencast. Today I want to show you a real life case study of on-page SEO. Some of you may recall in a previous video I showed you how I use my thesis theme or all-in-one SEO to control what is displayed on a Google search result. So what I want to do now is I want to show you an example of a blog post I did and how it affected the traffic once I set all this up. Okay, back on Wednesday, I wrote a blog post about American Chopper, Paul Sr. versus Paul Jr. The reason I did this blog post was because I like the show. I find it kind of funny to watch. It's fun. But the second reason I wanted to write a blog post about this because I know this was the season's final and that Discovery Channel, the owners of the show, was promoting it heavily because this was going to be Paul Jr. versus Paul Sr. They're gonna first time they're ever gonna build a bite and go up against each other and see which one was the best of the best. And so they really built it up, and I knew that it was gonna attract a lot of readers. So I wanted a piece of that. So what I did was, as you can see, I wrote this blog post called American Chopper Senior versus Junior, and it's your average blog post. I talk about the bite, show off the bite, a bit in the comments and stuff. But like all the other blog posts I do, I make sure all my on-page SEO is correct because I figure other bloggers may not do on-page SEO as well because they just write about the show for whatever reason. But anyway, on my thesis theme here, like I said, this section right here allows me to control my custom title tag, my meta description, and my keyword independent of what is shown my blog post here. So I wrote this blog post back on Wednesday, and since then, this is what has happened. Normally, my number one search term for people coming to my blog is always John Chow, my own name. But for the last 5 days, since Wednesday, my top 6 out of my top 10 search term has been stuff about American choppers. And the number one search term currently that's sending traffic to my blog right now is American Chopper Cadillac Bite. And I'm ranked number 1 for this term. And not only am I ranked number 1, but because I use my my thesis theme or all-in-one SEO to control the title, if you look at my blog post, you notice the title says American Chopper Paul Sr. gets pwned by Paul Jr. That's the title. But on Google, it says American Chopper Senior versus Junior Cadillac Bite Build Off Recap. So people looking for recap. And you notice the URL basically says American Chopper Paul Sr. gets pwned by Paul Jr. That's the URL. Where I really controlled it was in the description right here. And in my description basically says, it wasn't even close. Junior so badly defeated Senior in the voting that OCC asked Discovery Channel to remove the poll from the website. Now that's a pretty compelling message right there, or ad, so to speak. And if you compare that to some of the other posts that's ranks, I mean, the American Chopper Bite Off for Cadillac episode just finished up. And this one, Cadillac Build Up 2, 6-clip playlist. We have to admit we've seen American Chopper website. None of these, you can tell that none of these other sites are controlling the look and feel of how the Google search is being displayed. Whereas in my case, I totally control how Google displays my search result. And because of this, I'm getting a lot of click, a lot more than any of these other rankings. And even in some of the search term for American Chopper where I am not number 1, I'm still getting a lot of traffic for it. So how much traffic? Well, take a look here. These are the stats. I wrote the blog post on Wednesday, 1,500 visits. Next day, 3,300, 2,400, 1400, and today's Sunday 1912, and of course Monday hasn't started yet, but over 10,000 views to that page in just 5 days. Now, this is just a view to that page, that post, not to my blog. So you can imagine this is the power of on-page SEO when you get it correctly. So find a trending topic that you know a lot of people can be searching for because of a heavy promotion. In this case, the bike build off on Discovery Channel. Blog about it. Make sure your on-page SEO is dead on, hit it correctly, customize the title tag, customize the description, hit all the right keyword, outrank everybody, control the look and feel of what a Google user sees, and then get the traffic. I mean, 10,700 views in 5 days. So there you go.